Ever felt like you're doing everything right? Working hard, paying the bills, staying out of debt, and still your bank account looks like it's ghosted you? You're not alone. But what if I told you millionaires don't budget the way you think they do? In fact, the way most people handle money almost guarantees they'll stay broke. Today, I'm gonna hand you a millionaire's budget blueprint. No six-figure salary required. Even if you're earning just $20 a month, this roadmap can help you save, grow, and eventually build real wealth. So grab a notebook, or don't, because you'll probably want to watch this twice. Let's start from the beginning. Not just how to budget, but how to think like someone who never has to. Point 1. Pay yourself first, like a millionaire. If you don't save first, you'll never save at all. Millionaires treat savings like a bill that must be paid, and they don't wait to see what's left over. They pay themselves first. Let's break this down in real numbers. Let's say you're making $2,500 a month. Not fancy, not flashy. It barely covers rent in most cities, right? Now, most people would say, let me pay rent, food, utilities, Netflix, Amazon, Uber Eats, and then I'll save whatever I can. Spoiler, there's nothing left. Here's the millionaire move. Before you touch a single dollar, skim 20% off the top. That's $500 a month.
Whoa, that's insane. I can't afford that.
Right, that's what you're thinking. But let me ask you, if your rent increased by $500, would you find a way to pay it? Boom, that's your answer. You can find a way once you decide that your future wealth is non-negotiable. Let's call this your broke tax. Except instead of giving it to the government, you're giving it to your future millionaire self. And honestly, she's pretty hot. Don't disappoint her. Where does that $500 go? This is critical. Millionaires don't just save. They assign their savings to a purpose. Break it like this. $200, high-yield savings account for emergencies or short-term goals. $200, index funds, long-term compounding magic. $100, investment account / Roth IRA / business fund. And automate the whole thing. The day your paycheck hits, it automatically gets divided. You never even see it in your spending account. Out of sight, out of temptation.
But I have debt.
Yes, we'll tackle that too. But saving comes first. Because if you don't learn to save while you're broke, you won't save when you're rich. Ask yourself, what if you lose your job next month? What if your car breaks down? What if you need to move suddenly? If you don't have at least 3 months of expenses saved, you're walking a financial tightrope with no safety net. Saving isn't optional, it's survival. And remember this, the habit of saving is more important than the amount you save. Now, saving is just the beginning. But what if I told you, the way you spend what's left is even more important than what you save? In the next part, I'll show you the reverse budgeting method millionaires use and how it flips your financial life from paycheck stress to paycheck power. Most people budget like this: spend, 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 then panic save whatever's left. But millionaires, they flip the entire model. They start with their goals, not their expenses. It's called reverse budgeting, and it's one of the most powerful ways to build wealth on any income. What is reverse budgeting? Think of it like this. Most people earn money, spend it, save the scraps. But millionaires, they earn money, save, invest first, then intentionally spend what's left. Here's how it works in action. You make $2,500 per month. From point 1, we already took out $200 high-yield savings, $200 index funds, $100 investments or Roth IRA. So what's left? $2,000. That's what you now build your lifestyle around, not $2,500. You just became the CFO of your own life. Step-by-step reverse budgeting breakdown. Here's a basic reverse budget template you can start using today with your remaining $2,000 category percent. Income amount, rent / housing, 35%, $700. Food, groceries plus out, 15%, $300. Transportation, 10%, $200. Utilities and phone, 10%, $200. Insurance and health, 5%, $100. Debt repayment, 10%, $200. Fun entertainment, 5%, $100. Messiah, clothes, etc. 5%, $100. Now, does this look tight? Of course, but that's what budgeting should feel like at first. Budgeting isn't a punishment. It's a permission slip to live smart. Look, nobody said budgeting was sexy. It's not going to make your Tinder bio hotter. But you know what does? No debt. 15,000 saved. Credit score, 800. Swipe right, baby. Why reverse budgeting works? It forces you to make conscious spending decisions, question every expense, break out of the consumer trap. And here's the thing most people miss. The smaller your budget, the smarter your spending needs to be. Millionaires are strategic with every dollar, even when they were broke. That's how they stopped being broke. Common trap. I deserve this spending. You work hard, you're tired, life's stressful. So you think, I deserve this DoorDash order, this impulse Amazon buy, this $6 coffee. But here's a truth punch. Millionaires reward themselves with freedom, not fast food. Save first. Spend wisely. Earn your luxuries with discipline, not desperation. What if a year from now you look back and realize you spent over $1,200 on food delivery when you could have taken a vacation to Mexico or started, but every dollar you you direct is a step closer to independence. So now you're thinking, okay, I know how much to save and spend. What do millionaires never waste money on? Which bills are secret traps that slowly drain your future? Stick around, because in point 3, I'll show you the fixed expense killer strategy and how to slash $500 a month without giving up anything that matters. Point 3, slash fixed expenses like a millionaire. The $500 a month killer strategy. Let me ask you something. How much are your fixed monthly bills draining you slowly, quietly, like a financial vampire? Most people assume budgeting means cutting out coffee or skipping lunch with friends. But millionaires, they don't waste energy on small cuts. They go for the big wins, the kind that save hundreds a month with one decision. The psychology of fixed costs. Fixed expenses are sneaky. They feel normal. Rent, car payment, insurance, subscriptions, phone bill. You barely question them because they come every month like clockwork. But here's the truth. If you're struggling to save, probably not your $3 coffee. It's your $900 rent and $400 car payment. Millionaires approach fixed costs like a business audit. Let's do exactly that together. Step-by-step fixed expense audit. Let's pretend your fixed monthly expenses look like this. Category cost, $900. Car payment, $350. Insurance, $100. Phone bill, $90. Subscriptions, $75. Wi-Fi and cable, $120. Total, $1,715. That's over 68% of your $2,500 income, gone before groceries. So how do millionaires attack this? Millionaire strategy, 5 surgical cuts. Housing, save $200 to $400. Can you downsize, get a roommate, or negotiate rent? Move 20 minutes out of the city center equals $200 saved monthly. Millionaires live below their means until their assets pay for upgrades. Car payments, save $150, $350. If your car eats 15% plus of your income, sell it. Buy a reliable used car for cash or with a minimal loan. Your car shouldn't be worth more than you're saving. Phone plan, save $50. Switch to prepaid or discount carriers. You're not a Kardashian. You don't need unlimited everything. Subscriptions, save $50, $75. Audit every charge. Do you really need 3 streaming platforms plus that $19 fitness app you never use? Wi-Fi and cable, save $60 to $100. Cut the cord. Get Wi-Fi only and 1 streaming service. You're budgeting to build wealth, not binge shows. Total potential monthly savings, $500 and plus. Cutting these costs might take 1 week of research and phone calls, but the impact, $6,000 a year. That's 3 months of emergency fund or 10 years off your retirement aid. Think of it like this. You're not cutting cable. You're cutting off financial stress. And let's be honest, Netflix hasn't been good since season 2 of anything. Imagine paying your bill and still having breathing room. Imagine checking your bank account and not holding your breath. This is how millionaires feel every month, not because they earn more, but because they keep more. Now that you've learned how to save and structure your budget like a millionaire, let's talk about the sneaky, everyday purchases that are secretly wrecking your finances. Spoiler, it's not just lattes. Watch this right now. 10 things you should stop buying to save money. You'll be shocked by what's number 4 and how much it's costing you every year. Click the video on screen. Fix these leaks before they sink your ship. And if you're serious about leveling up your finances, then don't miss part 2 of this series, because next I'll show you how to start investing, even if you only have $5, and how to rewire your brain to finally stop impulse spending for good. This is where budgeting transforms into wealth building. Tap part 2 now. Or if you need to plug your budget leaks first, watch 10 things you should stop buying. Either way, your financial breakthrough is just 1 click away.